Hello, grade 11s. Today, we will be exploring why prices increase over time and what influences these changes. Let's look at how a loaf of bread has increased in price. In 1982, this loaf of bread was 80 cents. 10 years later, it was 3 Rand and 75 cents. In 2002, the price was 6 Rand 10 cents. And in 2012, the bread was priced at 10 Rand 80 cents. This change in price is due to inflation. Inflation affects us in two ways. The price of goods goes up, and the power of our money decreases. This means that we need more money to buy the same thing that we bought in the past. In South Africa, we have various ways of measuring the inflation rate. The most common one that is published is the Consumer Price Index, or CPI. This index records the changes in prices in certain items. These include food, housing, transportation, and medical care, amongst other items. The change in price is recorded as a percentage of increase or decrease. We can see that different items increase at different rates. Medical care costs have increased dramatically, whereas a peel or clothing has stayed around about the same price. This means that the price of seeing a doctor has risen more than the price of buying clothes. The CPI calculates the average of all of these increases. We can see that from 2008 to 2011, the price of baked beans has increased by 43%. The price of milk has only increased by 2%. The CPI increase over this time period was 16%. Let's do some calculations to calculate the inflation rate from one year to the next on a bottle of cooking oil. In September 2011, a bottle of cooking oil cost 17 Rand 55 cents. 1 year later, in September 2013, the price was 19 Rand and 45 cents. 19 Rand and 45 cents minus 17 Rand and 55 cents equals 1 Rand and 90 cents. To work out the percentage of increase, we need to divide the differences in price by the original price and multiply that by 100. 1 Rand and 90 cents divided by the original price of 17 Rand and 55 cents times by 100 gives an approximate value of 10.83%. The inflation rate on the bottle of oil for the year was 10.83%. When the price increases like this, our money can buy less. This means that our money has lost value. Looking at the graph, we can see that during the last year, the inflation rate started at 6.4% and ended the year just above 5.6%. This means that if we want to buy the same things we bought last year, our income needs to increase as much as the inflation rate. Let's say we spent 2,000 Rand on monthly groceries in 2011. If the inflation rate was 5.7%, how much will the same groceries cost in 2012? 2,000 Rand times 5.7 divided by 100 equals 114 Rand. This is the value of the inflation. Let's add it to the original cost of the groceries to find the new cost in 2012. 2,000 Rand plus 114 Rand is equal to 2,114 Rand. If our income did not increase in that year, we would have to cut down on our expenses so that we didn't go into debt. It's important to consider the inflation rate when looking at investment options. If the inflation rate is more than the interest offered by the investment, the money in the investment will be worth less at the end of the period than it was at the beginning. Tembi has an investment of 500,000 Rand in a fixed deposit account that offers 6% interest per annum. If the inflation rate was 5.7%, what was the real growth in the value of the investment? 6% minus 5.7% equals 0.3%. Even though the amount of money in Thembi's investment has grown by 6%, the value of the investment has only grown by 0.3%. What would happen if the inflation rate increased to 6.5%? The value of Thembi's investment would be less than it was at the beginning of the year. Thank you for joining us, grade 11s. Remember, the tasks for this section can be found in the Interest, Banking and Inflation task video. You'll also be able to learn more about finance on our website, www.mindset.co.za/learn. Goodbye.